During Tuesday's sudden resolution, chiefs voted in favor to cancel the forensic audit of the AFN with, quote, the resolution stating the audit was not warranted and should not be undertaken. That decision was under the advice of the accounting firm BDO, which did a review and determined whether or not a forensic audit was needed, which is standard procedure of any auditor. According to the resolution, the BDO review focused on three key factors, including severance packages for former employees, contracts, and credit cards. Numerous interviews with former and current AFN staff was also conducted by BDO. Former Chief Archibald called for the audit 2 years ago, alleging unauthorized or unchecked spending at the AFN, and when she was let go in 2023, she called again for the audit to still go ahead. Chiefs also previously voted in favor of a 10-year audit that would focus on salaries and contracts. That previous support this time around seemed to have disappeared this week. Russ Daibo is a First Nations policy consultant and is the former special advisor to National Chief Archibald. He says the AFN executive did not previously support the audit when Archibald was in office, and that it could have revealed how close the feds and the AFN were in developing new Indigenous policy and legislation.
With her removal and the election of a new national chief, who was, involved in her removal, it didn't surprise me that there was a resolution to basically kill the forensic audit idea, because this administration is going to be very close to the Trudeau government, and we can see that in how the proceedings are going here at the Assembly.
Kitigan Zibi Anishinaabeg Chief Dylan Whiteduck was one of the chiefs who moved to have the resolution struck down on Tuesday. He alleges Archibald, during her time on the AFN Regional Chiefs Committee with Ontario, was unanimously approving decisions on behalf of the former national chiefs. He also alleges Archibald wasn't following policy and procedure when hiring and retaining consultants and giving out contracts to, quote, the way she wanted to. This is what he had to say to the leadership who supported her and the audit.
I believe there's a lot of people that want to see the AFN be dismantled and no longer represented by First Nations. We already have a scenario of Alberta chiefs and a regional chief not being a part of the Assembly of First Nations. So our lines are not all equal, but at the end of the day, we need a national body to represent all of us across Turtle Island and especially Canada. And quite honestly, her supporters and her fans, I wish them all the very best and the very good intentions. But at the end of the day, the destruction of the AFN and that resolution might have been, there was just no meat to the bone.
In the end, the BDO recommended the AFN to update their financial policies and enforcement provisions and make sure that their information in their contracts are clearly written. Chris Nachkate, APTN National News, Montreal.